In the same way that processed foods and junk foods are filled with toxins that we don't want to expose ourselves to, unfortunately, the same thing is true for a lot of the skincare and cosmetic products out there. Even for men, you need to realize it's not just makeup. Everything from soaps, shampoos, air fresheners, deodorants, all of these things are loaded with potential toxins. So today I want to share with you some healthy, natural alternatives, some of them that you may actually find in your kitchen. The first myth is that your face is a gas tank and it's okay for you to use petroleum products on your skin. Please, please, please don't put petroleum products on your skin. So petroleum, we know, right? This is the same place where we have tar, we have gasoline. We're using non-renewable resources to create a product, petroleum, which incidentally is just a replacement for a lot of natural ingredients that do the same thing. So petroleum jelly, when it began being marketed as a skincare product, as a cosmetic product, Vaseline, right, is what we usually think of most commonly. They began using Vaseline in place of olive oil, in place of coconut oil. And what ended up happening is that now that petroleum products have become very common, they're finding that actually when you use petroleum products on your skin, they clog your pores, they kind of serve as a barrier on the skin. So they start to mess with all of the natural things your skin is trying to do. Your skin is constantly trying to balance its pH, trying to keep itself moisturized by secreting sebum. And when we use petroleum products on our skin, it is actually interfering with those processes, preventing your skin from doing the just general maintenance things that your skin needs to be able to do. So not only does it not actually moisturize your skin, even though it gives you, when you first put it on, it may give you the sensation of moisturizing and hydrating. It's actually going to dry your skin out more because it prevents your body from being able to try and maintain its natural oils, its natural pH, etc. So remember that petroleum jelly, when they introduced it, was just there to replace things like olive oil and other natural oils. So now we're going to just reverse it and we're going to replace our petroleum jelly with more natural things. So here is a great example. This is called Vaseline, all right? And then there's also a variety that's vanilla flavored, vanilline. So anyways, this is a great example of a product that's, literally an alternative to Vaseline. So looking at these ingredients here, we have coconut oil, wildflower honey, and beeswax. So get that, a product like petroleum jelly is just the petroleum industry trying to make more money for themselves, trying to find more ways they can use petroleum in as many products as possible. But it's not good for your skin. It's not good for the environment. Please, please, please throw out your petroleum jelly and petroleum products. So this is a great example of a product that it's going to be a natural alternative. The consistency of these is virtually identical to Vaseline. So this would be a very good thing to help bridge you over into more natural alternatives. Along the same line, know that there are so many natural products, natural ingredients that will give us the same benefits. Moisturizing, hydrating the skin, giving the skin the different nutrients that it needs. So along those lines, one of the most popular ingredients is neem oil. All right, so here I have an example of a neem oil. Now, neem by itself has kind of a strong smell. And if you just buy the pure neem oil, there's a good chance you might think that it doesn't smell good. But what I love about this Athara oil is that they've blended the neem to create something that I literally think is maybe the most awesome smelling oil that I've used. So sweet almond oil, neem oil, pumpkin seed, rose hip, lavender, frankincense, geranium, grapefruit, and rosemary. This stuff smells so, so good, and it's incredibly hydrating. So it says for skin, scalp, and cuticles. I love this oil. I use it as much as I can. And then vitamin E is another fabulous, fabulous example. So again, right here we have food-based oils, okay? Something that's not a petroleum-based product or some other artificially made chemical. This is just actually, pure vitamin E oil. We also saw sweet almond oil in the Athara. That's another great one. You can either blend those oils or just use the individual oil itself as a great way to hydrate and moisturize the skin in a healthy and natural way. The second myth is that these harmful ingredients or toxic ingredients are in such low levels, such small amounts in the products, that it really doesn't matter or affect your health at all. So this is a myth kind of for three different reasons. So the first one is that we are getting exposure to these different toxic chemicals like parabens, preservatives. That's maybe a topic for another video, is actually going through all of these harmful toxins. But that we're getting them in dozens of different products that we use throughout the day. So they estimate that the average person is exposed to anywhere from like 50 to 100 different products between your toothpaste and your soap and your this and your that. And so you can actually go and you can look up the different products you're using and see how they measure up in terms of their toxic load, how many toxins they include. The Environmental Working Group website is a great reference to do that, ewg.org. And you can go and actually put in a product name and it gives it a score telling you how many of these different toxins it contains. So that's the first thing, is that, if it was just one of the products that was toxic, maybe it wouldn't be bad. But if it's every product you're using, now you have a lot of exposure. Second consideration is how many times you're using that product and how frequently. So think about a woman applying lipstick. Well, if your lipstick contains some weird toxic chemicals and preservatives and you're applying that lipstick who knows how many times a day, you can start to get a sense of how much you're exposing yourself to these different things. And then the third thing is that these toxins accumulate in the body. The body doesn't necessarily have an effective way of getting rid of a lot of these different toxins. And parabens are a great example of a chemical that they find in very, very high concentrations of breast cancer tissues. So I'm not implying causality here necessarily, all right, although there is research that's looking into now the link between parabens and breast cancer. But just the fact that so many of these chemicals, of these paraben molecules, are stored in the breast tissue, that shows us that our body accumulates these toxins, right? It doesn't have a good way of getting rid of them. So with those three things in mind, we can see how replacing our conventional skincare products with more natural alternatives is going to be a really good idea. So we talked about vitamin E. We talked about, beeswax is a great example here. Neem oil down here in the Athara oil. So these are great if you're looking for a topical oil. But if you're looking for something a little thicker, we can look at these couple of options. So this first thing is this Bee Silk or Hard Lotion by MadeOn Skincare. So what she's done is she's taken, again, super simple ingredients like beeswax and cocoa butter, and she's actually made a hard lotion. And that's her website, hardlotion.com. So once you start to rub the lotion around on your skin, it'll start to, melt a little bit. And so you get this great moisturizing topical thing, but it's a little bit less greasy than an oil or something like that. So for things like eczema, extremely dry skin, these hard lotions are just absolutely fantastic. She also has some other ways that you can use the product as well if you don't want it in the hard lotion bar. She has a variety of different lip balms as well. So again, thinking about not wanting to use conventional chapsticks and Vaseline on your lips, having something that is going to actually give your body nutrients that helps your skin to be hydrated and helps your skin to do the things it needs to do. It's going to be so much more beneficial than using something like Vaseline. So I love these MadeOn products. And open that up there so it'll stand up again. Another great brand is this cocoa and shea butter blends. So shea butter is fantastic. Here again, we're talking about something that's a little thicker. Now, what's really cool about this particular brand of shea butter is that they've blended it with cocoa butter and they've actually whipped it. So it's a lot smoother and softer than just regular straight 100% shea butter, which actually can be quite firm at room temperature. So I love these different cocoa shea butter blends. They're fantastic for the skin, super hydrating. And again, we don't have any toxic exposure that we're exposing our skin to. So a much better option. Myth number 3 is that you need a harsh cleanser to clean your face. So it is true that we want to keep our skin clean. We want to wash our face on a regular basis. But unfortunately, most of the different facial soaps and cleansers out there are actually too harsh. They're either going to contain toxins like sodium lauryl sulfate, or maybe they actually have little blue microbeads in them that are supposed to exfoliate the skin. There is a problem when we are washing our skin too frequently. There's a problem when we're using unnatural ingredients in the soaps and cleansers that we're using. And there's also a problem with using too much force. It's actually like scrubbing the skin really hard. These are things that are all going to cause that redness and inflammation that we're usually trying to minimize. So my solution, once again, believe it or not, is to use a natural alternative. Use something natural to clean your face. So I have a couple examples here. One of my favorite things is using clay. So actually using dirt, you could think of, to clean your face. So this Athara is called Moroccan Glow Detox Face Mask. So what's cool about a product like this, which just contains red clay, rose, and turmeric, is that we're using the natural clay to help clean the skin. So the reason that clay, and interestingly, something like activated charcoal, is actually going to help to pull the impurities and dirt and toxins and whatever else may be on your skin out. So rather than scrubbing the skin, you're actually able to use this product topically, and it's going to pull impurities out of the skin without having to use a whole lot of, pressure or scrubbing on your skin. When we use things that come from natural sources, natural ingredients, it's also going to have the added benefit of just helping the skin to still be able to do the things it's supposed to do. Like we talked about earlier, it's trying to balance pH. It needs to be able to sweat. It needs to be able to detoxify itself, releasing the sebum onto the skin so that it can help keep itself moisturized. These are all things that are going to be enabled and even encouraged when we use natural things to cleanse our skin as opposed to a harsh cleanser. Another great natural way to help cleanse the skin is using essential oils. So there are a variety of different essential oils out there, but one of my favorites is tea tree oil. So a lot of these essential oils have different benefits, such as being antimicrobial, antibacterial, antifungal. So they work excellent to help cleanse the skin. But again, because it's a natural antibacterial effect that's present in essential oils, they're not going to kill off the good bacteria on your skin, and they're going to help to allow your skin to maintain its pH balance because it's not an artificial or toxic product. So here I have some simply organic tea tree oil. Now, tea tree is something, it has quite a strong smell. It has quite a strong effect. I have had a lot of luck with using a little bit of tea tree oil on blemishes. But if you have very, very sensitive skin, you may just want to test out a small area of skin, maybe like under your chin or something like that, just to see, because everyone can react differently to different products. But like I said, I've had a lot of success using tea tree oil topically for blemishes. I also find that it's great for things like cuts and scrapes. It's a wonderful, wonderful alternative to using like rubbing alcohol or something like that, which can be quite harsh and is actually going to dry the skin out. While we're on the topic of soaps, I just want to mention this Delizioso brand. Now, they have a lot of different products, this body and skin spray. They also have a lot of different cosmetics, and I believe that also the Vaseline came from their website as well. But anyways, so here we have another great example of a natural soap, natural cleanser. So if I were to peep over at my ingredients here, aloe juice, coconut oils, olive oils, orange extract, natural antioxidant preservative, so it doesn't contain the parabens or any of those other toxic preservatives that are out there. Cruelty-free, vegan, wonderful natural skincare, and these smell so, so good. Both of these products, they just smell amazing. So you don't have to sacrifice pretty smells in order to go natural. And you can actually have things that, in my opinion, smell way better than Febreze or than your typical hand soap, but they're natural and they're good for the skin, which to me is just a win-win all around. The fourth myth is that if you want to go all natural, you're gonna have to give up makeup, nail polish, smelling nice, etc. So maybe that was true 20 or 30 years ago, but nowadays we have a lot of different healthy, natural options for our cosmetics. So my favorite line is this Zal Essence of Nature. And what I want to kind of point out about what they've done with this brand is they've created something that is environmentally friendly. It's cruelty-free, which means they don't test on animals. It's organic. The ingredients are vegan, which means that they're healthy for your skin. They're good for your skin. So not only are they not toxic, like most of the cosmetics out there, but they're actually going to give you good benefits that are going to help contribute to keeping your skin clear in the first place. They also use sustainably harvested bamboo for all of their casings. The cases are also reusable. This is one of my favorite features. So you can see in the eyeshadow palette, each little eyeshadow just pops right out and then magnetically sticks back in. So you can design the palette to include whatever colors you want. When you run out of one color, you can just order a new one and pop it into the case. So this is excellent because I can reuse this wonderful, high quality, beautiful case. It's wonderful. I can reuse it over and over again. Same thing with the lipsticks. You can just refill the cartridge. So she's really created a product that, in my opinion, covers all the bases. Good for your skin, good for the environment. You can feel good about using it. And it's incredible quality makeup as well. It goes on really well. I've done a couple videos on our other channel showing the makeup tutorial kind of thing, if that's something you're interested in. But bottom line is knowing that there are different brands out there, actually lots of different products that are gonna allow us to move over to something more natural without giving up the things that maybe we're used to, like wearing makeup or wearing nail polish. And we also talked about the Delizioso body spray. So here we have something that is going to be a great alternative to using perfume. Most of the perfumes out there are highly, highly toxic. So finding a natural way to still smell nice is excellent. Who doesn't want that? Thank you so much for watching this video. I really hope that you found it useful and maybe even learned something today. Please let me know if you have any questions or comments about this video. If you have topic requests of something you'd like to see in future videos, I hope you'll let me know that as well. You can learn more about me and my health coaching practice at CorrinaRachel.com. Thank you so much again for joining me today, and I look forward to seeing you in the next video.